Whatever you think it means is the right answer. So, thanks, Peter. It doesn't help at all, does it? Yeah. The only thing he said was that he was inspired by the Jewish cemetery in Prague. Now, has anyone seen the Jewish cemetery in Prague? Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I imagine some of you might be going to Prague after Berlin. Is that right? Yeah. Make sure you try and see this, guys. It's a very densely packed cemetery in the center of Prague. The Jews have had to bury their dead in a very narrow, small area of land over hundreds of years. The gravestones are piled on top of each other pretty much. I think there are 10, 12 layers of gravestones there. And people who have seen that sometimes tell me they're reminded of it here. Others say it looks like a sea of coffins, and I see that too. But one thing I really like thinking of it as is an analogy for the rise of anti-Semitism. So you start on the outside. Around the outside there are stones like that, which are flat. And people who walk past, cycle past, they're going to go on the stones without realizing they're doing so, which for me is like the 1920s. It's before the Nazis came to power. Of course, there was already anti-Semitism in the world. Of course there was, it always has been. And it was in the 1920s underneath the surface because it was generally a tolerant era. But throughout Germany, throughout the whole world, there was anti-Semitism just maybe underneath the surface, so the stones are underneath the surface. You've got the rise of the Nazis, you've got the rise towards the final solution. So the Nazis didn't go to the final solution in one step. There were many steps along the way. There was the Nuremberg laws in 1935, the Kristallnacht in 1938, 1939 when they entered Poland, ghettoized Jews, and everything working its way towards 1942 and the building of the death camps. And those death camps weren't open very long. They were open for 2.5 to 3 years. Not a long time. Think about like the world 2.5 to 3 years ago. It's not long ago at all, is it? But still, the Nazis in that time wiped out around half of all Jews in Europe. It's extraordinary. 5.9 to 6 million Jews died. And then as you walk through, you come out on the other side, and the stones are still flat on the other side because there is still anti-Semitism and all kinds of discrimination in the world today. I'd invite you to turn on your TV and listen to what very powerful people are saying in the world at the moment, and their rhetoric are the roots of things of hatred that will lead to much more serious things. So I think the very fact that it is 3D, the fact you can get in from any side, is meant to be a warning. This is not just about remembering the past, it's a warning about learning from those lessons to make sure you can't get into the middle and you can never rise to that level again. So we'll come back to other memorials that I think are similar actually, but that's how I like to think about this one. But it is a work of art, it's left completely open. Whatever questions you have about the stones and the shape, the colour and the number of them, it is all completely random. There's no meaning behind 2,711. The point is, because there's no meaning, you think about it. And the more you think about it, the more you think about the issues it was built to remember. So I think I really like the memorial. Come back here and go to the